Yo, we're back today. This time we're going to face a new monster Anjanath. This could be the first wall that you encountered in the game. It's pretty hard. He's a royal monster. We'll find out more about what that means later. So, as for the setup, I actually changed quite a bit and I'll show you. First of all, I have a new horn, which is the blog run. This is the bull drum horn. It also has the tune skill, which I like because, as you see, it has the same skills as the iron horn, which are pretty much just offensive skills. You could actually craft another horn to have more defensive skills. This guy's a bit of a threat, but I feel comfortable. I tested a bit and I just feel comfortable using these versus him. So that is what I'll go with. Berserk, then Absolute Evasion. Oops, Charge Ahead, my bad. And Bonds of Kinship, pretty standard. Something else, I have the Cool Arrow maxed out. I don't remember if I had it before. Sorry, I don't remember if I had it before. It's kind of annoying because Anjanath is actually resistant to sleep. I'm not quite sure if it's just his royal version. I'm still not sure on the royal characteristics, but yeah, I could have crafted the Puke Puke bow, but as of right now, this is a bow I'm still comfortable using. It still has decent attack, and that's more than enough for this fight at least. Just the standard piercing shot. This would not be that useful here. Actually, I think the Yankatku has para, and para coating would be pretty useful versus him. I don't believe he's resistant to para, but the issue is that the Yankatku bow is fire, and then Janeth is a fire monster, so it's kind of counterintuitive to use it here. So I'm still rocking the the Kuroyaku arrow. Now, for my greatsword, I actually changed it. Jesus, what's with me today? I got the Poke greatsword. It's pretty strong, as you can see, 42 elementalist, 10% poison. So it is quite a useful greatsword for this point of the game. It's the best one you can get. In this case, poison is also ineffective versus Anjanath, so it's mostly for the raw. Although Anjanath is weak to piercing, so that's what I'll go with, the Kulubo. Then, as for the armor, still have the bone armor, defense 63. I maxed it out and as fire resist, which is pretty useful here, as Anjanath is resistant to fire. So, as of right now, still no point in changing the armor. We're still going with Elementless for the most part. I still haven't seen a monster that I want to use Element for. So, Bone Armor is still the best in my opinion at this point. Then I actually have a new talisman, Revival Talisman. This talisman is pretty broken. It's actually freaking stupid. I almost cursed again. What this says is at the end of each turn you recover some HP, so it's like around 15, 14, 15. And that's pretty good because if you look at my HP as of right now, 80. So that's quite a bit. It's like a bit more than 10%. That's a lot when you think about it. So I got this from the bottle caps with the Millings trader, so this is definitely something you wanna get. It's going to carry you through a big part of the game. I'm not even sure if this scales. I don't think it does. I think it's always around 14, 15. It would be just broken if it scaled your HP. So, but as of right now, this is the best talisman you can use, regardless of what you get. You can also use an anti-burn if you don't have this talisman or you don't want to use bottle caps for it. It's still good not to have, so I just went with it, but anti-burn is a nice option. It helps versus Anjanath's burns. Then I got a couple more, but somewhat. This is a decent one, the draw. I didn't even knew I had that. Let's see, as for my monsters, as of right now, I'm using Puke. He's pretty good. He has poison. I was actually testing my setup. Instead of the hunting horn, I was using, where is it? The bullhead hammer. This is the bull drum hammer because hammers have this skill. Pretty much how it works is a hammer when it does head to head will gain a charge slot, and with that you can use the charge gauge skills. And when an enemy is inflicted with a specific status, you can actually do more damage with the skill. The issue is that the issue with hammer is it's too reliant on head to head, and if you switch weapons, the charge gauge goes away. So you're kind of just banking on it. You have to double down on the hammer if you want to go with that route. So that's why I tend to prefer hunting horn. It gives me all the buffs. I can get it out immediately, go into my great sword, and start doing some actual damage. If if this didn't require the charge gauges, the charge blocks, I guess, then it would be amazing. But the issue is that it does, so it's a bit difficult to set up. In this case, I was trying it out because I have Puke Puke, so it's always going to be poisoning monsters for the most part if they're not resistant to it. So I was testing this out, but I feel like Hunting Horn is more consistent. You just buff your entire party, especially because in this game you have so many battle buddies. Like Kaina is a battle buddy, and her Monster, her Velocidrome. So the buffs go a long way. It's not just you and your Monster, and you spend one turn using the buff, and then that's already one turn that you're not abusing it. So as of right now, I still prefer the Hunting Horn. I'm going to revisit Hammer in the future, but right now I prefer Hunting Horn by far, especially since in this case in specific Anjanath is resistant to poison, so not much of a reason to use the hammer, so I'm going with the Hunting Horn. But yeah, I'll definitely keep testing out hammer. I'll see if there's a way to have more charge gauges. I'll have to test that out. Man, I hate that they put the charge gauge, the charge block for hammer as a requirement to use the chasers. I think it would have been much better if they were just heavy on kinship instead of requiring the, let's say, 25, it would require like 40. I think that would be a good trade-off because this is just, it requires too much setup and the damage is good, but it's not insane. It's like whatever, man. You're doing some damage, but not enough. It's not like you're OHKOing with the chasers. But anyway, let's go into my monsters. I have Puke, as you can see. Not much special about him from the last time. Did I? No, that was when I fought Puke. Yeah, but he's pretty good. He inflicts poison. He has some good attack. Elementalist, and I have the same old Yankatku would actually be pretty decent here, I guess, if it wasn't for fire. He's strong, but I, the early game just it's it's not nice on fire monsters, is what I'm noticing. Nothing's weak to fire. Some of them resist fire, so what's even the point? That is my issue here. Although, let me check something about. Man, I wish we could see the genes from here, from each monster. I think it would make everything much easier. But oh well. Then I have my Bulldrome, Aptonos, her. Oh, her Velocidrome is stacked. I didn't even notice. Wow. I didn't even notice how stacked her Velocidrome was. Um, in this case, yeah, Anjanath is actually technical when it starts the fight. Usually, I would think his power, but his speed. Did I say technical? I'm sorry. His speed. So you want to go with technical monsters, at least at first. I do believe this is where the demo ended. As I said before, I didn't complete the demo. I don't like going that far. The demo actually had a pretty cool feature. It was just the first part of the game, and you could transfer the save data, so you would get through this with all the tutorials. And then when you got the full game, you could just proceed. But yeah, I didn't do that. I wanted to be surprised.
モンスターはね、一度絆を結んだライダーのことを忘れたりはしないものなの。守りレウスが飛び去った時の光、きっと何かがあったのよ。そうでなきゃ守りレウスが島を出ていくなんてありえないもの。さあ、この辺りを調べてみましょう。ああ、俺の嗅覚が何かがありそうだって言ってるぜ。
Oh, no. Alright. What's with everyone loving to put their hands on your face in this game? It's like the third time, I think. Fuck my remote. My controller. Jesus.
レドは私たちのリーダーだった人。この子はレドの孫よ。え？レドはだいぶ前に亡くなったわ。知ってる。私、レウスに会いに来たの。レドから預かったものもあったから。預かったものって？
It is time.
こっちよ。
It's funny because Anjanath could be considered the first wall in this game, and that was the same in Monster Hunter World, so... He's a good wall, he's a good monster. I definitely think he's strong, but not enough to be considered too strong as part of the main story. His gear is quite good as well. I'll show that when we get there. I'll actually show it, I think. Red Skinship Stone, it looks pretty good. I hope we can edit that in multiplayer and whatnot. Some of the kinship stones in this game are beautiful. Alright, buddy. Let's see here. Anjanath is actually targeting me first. Huh. Well, in this case, I think I wanted to buff right away, but considering he's targeting me and he's quite strong, I think... Yeah, I think I'm going to just get the head-to-head. Now we're targeting his body, just smash him a bit. Yeah, you see the 1000 again, dude. Screw this. Let's see what I want to go with. I don't really want the kinship right now, the kinship buff. I think I'm just happy. I think I'll just get the buff. Yeah, as you can see, Kana's using the Poke sword and shield and it's ineffective. That is the... yeah, Poke now as well. So he's strong. Jesus, that did so much. He's strong against poison. He's doing speed. So that means the Velocidrum is gonna lose the head-to-head. Oops, not this. Just gonna get by Kolubo as of right now. Let's see. I'm just gonna charge. I don't really lose much on it. Yeah, he's gonna lose the head-to-head. The Venom Shot still does some damage. Alright, now he's mad. Once he gets enraged, it shifts to power. So, this guy is starting. Okay. So I'm just gonna get Velocidrome here to do the speed attack versus his power. As for me, can I target? Not yet the body. Huh. Too bad he's strong against sleep. I really wanted to sleep on him in fact. I think I'll just do piercing shot. Does a good amount of damage. Maybe I should have went for the regular attack. I think that would have been better. I want my kinship up. Yeah, you win. Head to head. Now power shot also helps quite a bit. It's targeting me now. In that case, I think I'll just go for the speed attack. So I get the double attack. Skips his turn. Double attack. Skips the turn. There's quite a bit of damage. My kinship is up. Now it seems he's gonna charge. Since he is going to charge. Charging as well doesn't really do me much though. Now that I think about it. Because the next turn I'll probably have to heal. I think I'll just go for a regular attack. Because if I charge this turn, and he charges as well, then the next turn he's going to attack. No, because the next turn is his attack and then I heal on the turn after, so I think charging is fine. Yeah, just gonna charge. Yeah, but I'm mostly healed, so I don't really care. Kinda's just gonna heal Ev more. I just double attack. Win the head to head. And now I think I have him in a good spot. I won the double attack. Now I can just ride and I can do the giant kinship skill. Yeah, I got him in a good spot. Usually this is the way it pans out. I tested it in my previous fight. And he will, when he does a condensed hit is when you have enough gauge. So you can just kinship him and do quite a bit of damage on the burning blast. Both of us using Velocidrome. I wish they actually yelled. They're over there with their mouth open, but no sound at all. Alright, I should break the body, which is pretty good. Yep, indeed. Alright, this is good for me. It's just extra damage. Now I don't want to charge, because now he will just do the will just do the fire move. Yeah, burning blast. So there's no point in charging, because next turn I will definitely have to heal. Yeah, as you see, it does quite a bit of damage, but now he's back to his normal phase. Now I'll get the Puke back in since it will do a technical attack instead, so I can focus on healing. He still has the buff. I could have reinstalled the buff, but honestly, there's no need. With the opening I had, he should not take much longer to die, so just don't get too greedy. Just heal yourself. Mm-hmm. Just get a heal. He should be almost dead. There's no need to put more buffs. Mm-hmm. Now he's targeting me again. And I know he's gonna do a technical move. So I think I'll just go for a technical attack. Just get another double attack, raises the kinship. Indeed, and then I can mount if I need to. Well, mount, look at me using Monster Hunter main series terms. Right. Wow, he really does not like me, Jesus. Yeah, that burn ointment I used, not only does it heal burn, but it also prevents the status in the next 3 turns. I mean, I guess I'll go for it again. I mean, he keeps targeting me, so it's just a matter of getting a lot of double attacks. Yeah, I'm just skipping his turns because he keeps trying to attack me. Alright, now it's angry again. Mm-hmm. I could ride, but I guess I'll put Velocidrome in. Is it too... Hmm. I don't think it can kill me with anything. The Velocidrome, that is, I'm not sure, but... I mean, at this point, I'm so far ahead in the fight, I don't think I need... I don't think I need to do anything else. Like, worrying about healing is definitely in the gutter as we speak, so... It's also gonna charge, is what it looks like. So I'm gonna charge as well. I'm faster than him, so I can charge and then the next turn use a power shot on his nose. Now we can target the nose or the snout. Yeah. Condense heat. Now he's targeting with Velocidrome. All piercings shot. This should be considered a part, so... Yeah, that's good damage. And he dies. I told you he was close to dying. I couldn't break his nose in the other fight I had with him as well. It's just when he because I think he only gets angry again or enraged after a certain threshold of damage, but by then it's like impossible to break the nose. You're just dealing too much damage. Those are nice. Ooh. And that's Anjanath. It's a pretty decent boss fight. It's not that hard, I'd say, at least for me, but my my current setup is actually quite good, which is why he might not be the best. Just a minute. Yeah, I think it's just a byproduct of the bone armor and the cool arrow. As you can see, you don't really need to make the Puke arrow. The reason I didn't go with the Puke Boy is because I haven't even crafted. I crafted the Puke Puke Greatsword, and with Puke Puke itself, I can get enough poisons as far as I need. So there wasn't really a point in the Puke Puke Bow. I mean, I guess it's stronger, so just based on that. But usually I prefer sleep. That is definitely something I tend to fall over. Sleep is just nice, gives you free turn and whatnot. Although my favorite is most likely Para, my favorite status. But yeah, if you are careful, even if you don't have exactly the same setup, if you are careful, you should not have trouble with this fight. It's definitely, I don't want to say hard, but he can be a threat. Another alternative is the Yankatku armor. That armor is really good for this. It's the best armor for this fight because not only does it have good defense, better than the bone armor, but it also has fire resistance and the skill fire resist. So his burning moves will not do much. His fire moves, that is. You should not be that afraid of him if you play correctly. But anyway, yeah, this is kind of chunk of story, so I'll just let it roll. God, this music is so good.
ハンターたちに見つからないように隠しておいたの。卵は新鮮だし、とっても元気そうだ。でも他のレウスの卵と何かが違うような。守りレウスが飛び去る前に託していったの。この子を守ってほしいって言ってたんだと思う。どういうこと？異変が起きているのはこの島だけじゃない。各地でレウスがどこかへ渡り、行方がわからなくなっているの。いつもはおとなしいモンスターが暴れ出して人々を襲う事件も起きている。そんな島の中だけで起きていることじゃなかったの？ああ、そうだぞ。世界がなんだかおかしなことになってる。だから旅に出たんだ。何が起きてるか知りたくてさ。そうだったんだ。海の色が変わったり、奇妙な光が発生したり。
Some people said they had an issue with Naviro's voice. I mean, I don't find it annoying at all. His character is honestly more annoying than his voice.
ここにいたか。
ガラ様。
こっちだ。ライダーが入っていくのを見たぞ。どこかにレウスを隠しているのかもしれない。探し出せ。ハンターたちは我らがレウスを隠していると思っている。疑いが晴れるまでここを離れてはくれんだろう。
あいつらに卵を見られたらまずいぞ。
その卵は
ルトゥー村に行けばハンターの追っ手は来ないはず。ルトゥー村？私が住んでいる村よ。竜神だけの村だから人間は勝手に入ることを許されない。ハンターも追いかけて来られないと思う。私と一緒に来て。きっとレウスが私たちを導いてくれる。
お前も来るか？どうした？怖いな。
That's red, by the way.
心配することは何もない。レウスが導いてくれる。広くて素晴らしい世界にな。
And that is the moment.
さすがライダーさんだ。そうこなくちゃな。だけどガラ様。
レドの魂を感じる。この子がレドの絆石とレウスの卵を託されたのは運命なのかもしれん。ルトゥー村へ行けば破滅の翼を持つレウスの伝説を知ることができるだろう。
それってハンターたちが言っていた世界を破滅させたっていうレウスのことですか？
ああ、そうだ。伝説と各地で起きている異常事態には関係があるのかもしれん。
ハンターたちは私に任せて。ちょっとハラハラドキドキだけどきっと大丈夫。君ならどんな困難があっても乗り越えられるはずよ。 私の一番でしたものね。ナビル、この子のこと頼んだわよ。
師匠に代わって俺が助けるぜ。
レドと同じ強くて澄んだ目だ。レドの絆石が守ってくれることだろう。行け。崖を下ったところに船がある。
ガラ様、師匠、世話になったな。また会おうぜ。
ありがとう皆さん。行こう。
あれは待て。
Him, the kid. I don't know see how he participates in the story later. That's going to be interesting.
月野、
はい、
あいつらを追えるか。
お望みとあらば月が来てる。
Don't want to save my game. I'm good now. I love how they made all all these ruckus about about leaving, and it'll keep the hunters busy, and then you can just go back to Mahana village, literally. Mahana village, let's go. It's just funny to me. Just wanna see something here. I have some quests now, but I just wanna show the gear. The Anjanath gear is actually pretty good, that's why I'm showing it. Really good raw. Like the Anjanath sword and shield has more raw than the Puke Puke greatsword max. It's freaking insane. By slash. Let's see. Sword and shield is actually pretty good. I think it's better at dealing elemental. I need to test it if it's like the main game with the motion values and whatnot. I don't think it would be. I think that would be too complex for what they were going for in this game, but I'm not quite sure. The greatsword is also amazing. 63 fire at level 1. The Anjanath bow is also really good. I love the power shot. Power shot is so good. Yeah. So you just do charge and power shot with power coding. It's pretty freaking ridiculous. Also, as the monster parts, it's fire though. I still have to see a monster that's weak to fire. I haven't seen anything. But anyway, now you also have the option to craft the Anjanath armor. It's actually pretty good if you look at it. Fire boosts fire attack. That's really good if you're going to use Anjanath weapons, and Vicious, which increases head-to-head damage by some amount. So if you're someone who likes to go for head-to-heads, this is definitely something you wanna craft. His gear is actually pretty good in general. I think that's because you can't really fight him until a bit later on, so they just gave you his gear like, hey, just have fun with it. Still not quite sure what I'll do, because I don't even know what's weak to fire at this point that I'll face, so probably examine and see what I make from it. I really like the bow though. It doesn't have status, but no, if you're gonna use Anjanath's gear or weapons, you should not be able to use the armor. Let's see, yes, 6 points. I can't even make it here. I am able, I didn't make anything, but on my first fight on my main save file, I got enough parts to make one of his weapons, so I'll take a look at that. I do think that now they should start giving us more elemental options, but if you're gonna use one of the weapons, I mean, you can go with a variety, depends. If you still have a regular bow with status, Benbara armor is pretty good, as you can see here. Versus the status, build up, Kuliaku. I mean, actually, this ability dancer is pretty nice with the talisman, the recover talisman, because you'll just get the HP back, and that increases your HP, attack, and defense. This one's also pretty good. The Ultram armor just increases the head-to-head damage. Sorry, it makes you gain more kinship with head-to-head, so that's definitely good. This one's also good. So I have varieties. I'd probably go for... I don't know, I really like his bow. I'd probably go for Dancer. I like the depth that it has and the synergy with the... Oh god, I want to see the name of the charm. Recovering? Revival. I really like the synergy it has with the Revival Talisman. So you're always gonna go first and have good options as far as stats go. But anyway, that was it. I will be back in the short future. Let's see, because as of after this point, I don't know what in store, so that's going to be quite interesting and see how I handle it. I also heard that starting from this, it gets hard, so really excited for that. I'm the type of guy who loves challenge. So yeah, I'll catch you later. Goodbye.